Have you ever had this experience where a podcast that you listen to and you really like launches a new show, and they just take an episode from that new show and they plunk it down in their feed, and you start listening to it thinking that it's just an episode of that podcast that you really like, but it turns out it's this completely new show, and like a couple minutes in, you're thinking to yourself, boy, they've really switched up the format, and then like 40 minutes in, if you're me, it finally crosses your mind that you're listening to a completely different show. I don't want to do that to you. But I do want to introduce you to our new podcast project, The Dark Pool. The Dark Pool is not like Occult Confessions. It does feature yours truly, Rob C. Thompson, Doctor of Things Occult. It also features all of your friends in the alchemical actors. However, we are not in the history genre with this project, although we are certainly in the world of things spooky and paranormal. We are going a different direction with this. And I don't want to set it up any more for you. I want to invite you to have a listen if it strikes your fancy. That is what you will be listening to here, is the first episode of our new podcast, The Dark Pool. And if you want to listen to the rest of it, you can go ahead and follow down the rabbit hole by searching The Dark Pool wherever it is you are listening to us here on Occult Confessions. Thanks, and enjoy. I want you to put yourself in a comfortable position, dressed or undressed, in a way that makes you feel most comfortable. This is private work just for you. See yourself getting up and walking toward the door. See yourself placing your hand on the door handle and pulling it open, and see yourself passing through into this unfamiliar place.
Water's rising. Waves grow.
Feel yourself as you step out onto this circular path, carrying the full weight of your burden. See the red sound vacuum and hear the sound it makes. You notice under your feet a set of words. Again, words that repeat. It is a question. What is it that prohibits you?
It's okay to cry.
At the end of the path, the place where you began, you see there is now a figure.
Show me your face. Show me your face. Show me. Beautiful.
The figure stands exactly where you began, and beside him, fading into being, glimmering, shimmering into manifestation beside him, is a gate.
So Rob pretty much told us, so we did the project through the college. It was like an audio play where we recorded ourselves. But then we did this where he basically gave us an audio recorder and said, play around with it, get familiar with it, and then just record yourself. And then he said, I'm going to be sending you some audio meditations for you to kind of just listen to. And I want you to just record yourself and let me know what you think. And so that's what I did. That's pretty much it. He didn't really tell me much else other than, like, we're going to be making a podcast.
Okay, quick recap. I feel like I know what's happening, but it's like, so, well, actually, no, you recap, and then I'll fill in with my question.
Okay, so this project involves really two groups of people. There's a group of people who is brainstorming the sort of visionary angle of the project with me, and then there's a group of people who are actually essentially carrying out an experiment. The experiment is a kind of devised theater. We're never going to call it that, but that's really what it is. It's devised ritual, really, where we're going to start with these meditations and build them through in a device fashion, right? I'll start. I've already created the baseline meditation, and then each of the people, the subjects, will engage with the meditation and respond, and then I will build the response into a new meditation, and I'll sort of grow the meditation from there. So, our subject sounds rough. We'll call them actors.
I'm really glad I showered like right before this. I didn't realize we were going to be on video.
Well, you started it, and I just joined you on the video. I wasn't.
Okay, I wasn't. It offered, so it didn't offer me before. So I was like, I guess this is a video call. All right.
That's all good. I'm only going to use the audio though, so don't worry about that.
All right, word.
You can hear Corinne in the background.
Aw.
Okay, so Liz, what's going on with her?
She's got a lot on her plate right now. I'm not sure. She's been pretty hard to keep in contact with. So I don't know if she's really gonna be moving forward with us on this project.
So has she said she's not able to do it, or what?
Yeah, she pretty much. I eventually got that out of her.
Okay, so she was reluctant. Is that...
Yeah. I think she wanted to, stick around, but circumstances have it so.
Do you have any ideas? Because I'd really like to have a fourth person. Do you have any thoughts about who should fill in there?
I noticed my own struggles when I was trying the meditation. So,
Oh, you tried it yourself?
Yeah, I tried it myself, and I was thinking maybe I could even use some coaching instead of, being the coach.
So you want to do it? You want to be the actor?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that'd work well.
You're more advanced than the regular team, so yeah, I think I'd probably just coach you myself. Is that all right?
I mean, that sounds perfect.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get into this project here. What do we have to talk about today?
What are we doing? Maybe that's where we should
Okay.
start. Like what the whole reason we're doing this is.
It's probably a good idea.
I mean, the best place to start tends to be the beginning.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah. Well, I mean, so basically they're making recording. So we're just going back and forth.
But what's your goal? Like, what's the whole purpose?
I don't really have a goal.
You don't have a goal? Why the hell do you want to do this? What do you mean?
If you don't have a goal, then why will people care about
Yeah.
this? I mean, we're sinking a lot of effort and time and money into this.
This is the stuff we should care about. Things that don't have like a preordained, a pre-planned, like this is what it has to be. I mean, that's what I'm talking about here. The back and forth with these sounds. I mean, all we're saying is open your mind and see where it goes. So it's a completely open-ended, who knows what's going to happen thing. And if we don't open it up as much as possible, if we say like, this has to happen or that has to happen, we have to tell this story, or there has to be this conflict, or I don't know, like you have to achieve this result. You have to be able to, I don't know, guess a card that Dan is holding up. Then it's not going to work. We're not going to really venture into that mysterious space, that subconscious, that superconscious, that, place beyond. If we want to delve into that big mystery, we have to let go of the idea that there is a purpose.
That's,
I don't know. I feel like they can be pretty compelling.
I mean, that's fine, but
Thanks, John.
we have to like put this in a in a package, in a form. Like, how are we gonna?
We can package it, but it has to come afterwards. We see what story comes out of this. I promise you, when they get into this space, when we start taking this journey, because it's not just every day. The point, I guess, if there's a point, it's to get into this bigger, grander mystery. This who knows, to live life beyond the limits of these chopped up bits of Google knowledge, to explore the interior space. If we can actually accomplish that, then the story is going to just present itself.
Well, all right. I trust you, Rob. It sounds poetic enough.
I mean, when's he ever let us wrong?
Okay, guys.
time.
I don't know how many shows y'all have done with Rob, but I've been here since I was 19, so.
Some are hits, some are misses. But I mean, that's the fun. We don't know. We don't know if this is going to work at all, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're going to give it a try. I think if we're doing this and, we're predicting that this is going to happen, if we're trying to keep it under our control, then it's never going to be great. It could be okay. It could be marketable, whatever. All that mediocre crap that people love. The most popular TV shows, the most popular movies, a bunch of mediocre, the most popular podcasts. Mediocre, dull, lull you to sleep crap. If we want it to be exciting, then we need to let go. We can't predict, we can't control, we need to just let it go.
Okay, I hear you, but okay.
But we need a category, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have to, like, what are we doing? Do we get a?
I mean, yeah, this is the problem, right? So iTunes, for example, Spotify, all of them say we have to pick a category for our podcast.
Yeah, I don't think non-mediocre or non-mediocre crap even has a genre in and of itself.
Yeah, our category is not mediocre crap. So I think that some of what we're doing is going to be fictional. I think we're going to let the imagination go where it goes. But a lot of the stuff that's going to happen is going to be real. We're going to tell it as it happens, as it's really happening to these people, to us.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm down.
It's quasi-fictional at best. I mean, we're going to let the story come as it comes, let it come from these actors, but a lot of it is going to be their real life experience coming from the interior of their minds.
Violet. Violet.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I think I did the one with music, but I kind of accidentally X'd out, so I started without it and then I had it, and the music definitely like colored like the way that I was picturing everything. It wasn't necessarily distracting, but it definitely steered me in a certain direction.
The goal of the meditation is, I don't want you to put a lot of pressure on it, like you need to achieve nirvana as a result of having listened to these 40 minutes. First of all, you can try it more than once if you're not happy with the results the first time. Second, it really is your first shot at it.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to do here is just turn off your brain and impulse make words and sounds. So the guided experience is really just to get you to that place, like we talk about when we devise, where you're shutting off that, conscious brain and letting it come subconsciously, impulse-wise, to you. So the whole guided experience is meant to put you in that mindset. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So don't put any pressure on yourself, because that's going to achieve the opposite result, where you're going to get very in your brain, in your head, and you'll be worried about what you're saying and doing, and you won't actually be responding in real time to the prompts. So just relax, let yourself relax. I do, in the beginning, it's kind of abrupt, but I give you instructions to relax. You might want to try that a couple times. You might want to change clothes or change positions. It's 40 minutes, which is not that bad, but it's 40 minutes. So you want to make sure that you're feeling okay physically in the position you're in and everything before you try it. Yeah. So then, with your you're going to turn the recorder on. You don't have to capture my voice. I'm not interested in that. In fact, it's better if you use headphones, just to get rid of that aural experience of the room around you. And you want to just capture your own voice, whatever you say, whatever comes out, because I'm going to use what you record to build each of my 4 actors. I'm going to build your new meditation. Liz is gone.
Is she officially out?
She gone.
Who?
Liz.
Damn.
Didn't
What
survive.
happened
Just didn't last. I like to think of myself as a blazing ball of artistic fire, and sometimes people get close to me and just melt away.
That's very poetic.
You are the sun. You are the sun. I am the universe.
Yep. I'm kind of kidding, but it actually happens to me a lot.
That's the most Sagittarius thing you've ever said. We did a teleport in Nathan's room, and I was curled up in a little. Oh no, I was only back at first, and then like when I heard like the high pitch like frequency, I started to like see like a really bright light, but then it turned into like kind of a noise. And at first it was like a noise I liked, and then I started like mimicking the noise and kind of like singing with the noise, and then it started to like pull me down or like want me to stay, and I wanted to leave. And then I felt like an alien, and I started like seeing a lot of green colors, and my skin was green, and like there was like a lot of like shimmery lights around me, and I just wanted to sing. And then I was just making a lot of like, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of like make noises like a call in some way. I don't know if I was calling for someone or something, but it felt like I was doing some call. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and then at the end, it felt like I left, like I was floating, and I left where I was going, but it wasn't like I reached where I wanted to go. It was like I just didn't go back down where the bad sound was. I like went up into the higher sound. But it was really good. I felt like I could do it again, and I would just probably be naked all the way because I had my shirt off and I was really getting into it. And I was like, all right, let's just. I feel like next time it would get me to the next level. It was naked. And
completely naked.
What'd you say?
I don't know what the third time holds, but
Yeah, once you're there, Geneva, I don't really know what the next step is. So, Lucy, what were you going to say about it?
Oh, just in our talk, I didn't understand that she was the alien. I thought the aliens were calling to her. I don't know. Maybe. It was something calling. But the way you described it this time, it's like you were the alien, and I think both of those are like thinking of yourself as an alien. That's really interesting. I don't know. I'm proud of you for taking your shirt off. And Thank you, Lucy. Okay.
Right, so Geneva, help me out. Where are we at? You were being called by them, and then you felt like you were becoming like them? Is that too many labels?
Hey Olivia, it's Dan. It is 11:02 p.m. on Wednesday, and I don't know. I've just been thinking, and I don't think we can trust Rob. just call me back. Bye.
Hey, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, that girl, Liz, she's in your class, and you had her, she's gonna do this whole thing.
Yeah, till she dropped, yeah.
Yeah. So, I never met her before. I was at lunch at, I guess that's where she works. I was just sitting there, and she came out from behind the counter, and she just asked me if we'd started experimenting with the rock sounds yet, which was weird on its own. But then she also proceeded to give me actual rocks from her pocket, actually on her being, in case I wanted to drop them out in the koi pond.
How big are we talking? How big are these rocks?
I mean, they're not huge. They're
Little rocks.
they're normal sized rocks. They're they're small, but.
So she just assumes we would be doing some rock-based work at this point.
I guess. Yeah, because she asked me about the rock sounds, and then, then she wanted me to throw rocks at fish into the pond and record it. So, which I did not do. Yeah.
It's not coming from me, it's not coming from you, it's not coming from them.
Why does the universe keep teasing me?
I think it is coming from you.
What does it want?
Do you hear
What
me?
does it want?
Or for me.
Do you hear me?
Or both.
Do you hear me?
I can't trust. I don't trust anyone.
The Dark Pool is created and produced by the Alchemical Actors, hosts of the Occult Confessions podcast. Visit darkpoolproject.com and click on donate to support our further adventures into the Dark Pool.